Well, South Africa could become home to the world's most technologically advanced conservation park in just 2 years. Noahs Ark is a state-of-the-art facility that will be built on land rather than sea. It will preserve every animal species in the world. Let's chat some more about this. I'm joined now by Noahs Ark co-founder and director, Richard Prinsloo Curson. Richard, good evening. Thank you so much for your time. This sounds like a mammoth task. I'm sure many asking, really? Are you crazy to try and tackle this? What's involved?
Well, lots of things. We've had to win the support of communities where we want to build this ark, but also we are reaching out to the world to win the support of every single person on the planet, and we're doing that using a number of initiatives. Including music and entertainment. We're making a television series to document the process and all of the work involved. And that series is being broadcast around the world so that people can see what we're doing to make this project come alive.
So is it going to go back to, biblical terms? Are we going to have 2 of everything on the ark? Is that how it's going to work?
Not quite like that,
okay.
But the general idea is that we would like to have an example of every living species on the planet there, but there's also a DNA bank and a seed bank so that we can preserve and conserve every living thing on the planet in case we need to deal with it in the future.
I must admit, it does sound like a bit of a fantasy world at the moment, something you see built on, like a Starship Enterprise that's going to be there for the future. But tell us about the technologically advanced, the advancements, the state-of-the-art bit of it. What will that entail?
Well, my favourite part of the park is the geodomes, because those are climate replication domes, and we are working with technology companies to develop new technology that will essentially create parts of the world not in Africa. So, for example, Antarctica. The polar dome is the star of the show, and the whole dome is a climate of its own. So, for example, the snow, the amount of light that it gets, the wind chill, all of those things have to be replicated so that we can have animals from those environments living and feeling at home there.
So I suppose many people at this point, Richard, wondering, where in South Africa are you going to be creating this world?
Well, we've been talking with the people and the communities and the leaders in KwaZulu and the north of KwaZulu, just below the Mozambique border, in that area.
Because you'd need a massive piece of land.
Yes,
yeah.
It's 100 kilometres, but with room to grow as well, so that we can expand as we need to. But the people there have been incredibly excited about the project, and when we first went there, we took the project and asked the communities if they would like it, if they would see this project there, and we've had nothing but excitement. We were embraced by the people and by the leaders. It's been an incredible experience.
And I suppose that there's going to be an element of giving back to the community when it comes to this, because there has to be something in it for them, am I right? Yeah.
Absolutely. The project has a huge communities part of it. And, all of the money that we are bringing into the project is being spent here in South Africa. And at the moment, it's 100 billion rand that 100 billion rand.
Yeah, I would imagine, yeah. Wow.
So we want to spend every single cent of that here in South Africa. We don't want to be bringing in materials from outside the country.
Why did you choose South Africa?
For lots of reasons, but it's a perfect environment for many of the indigenous animals that are in Africa, but also because there's a need for community development, and where there are, for example, rhino poaching happening, the communities that rely on rhino poaching to survive can benefit from this project so much. So there are community benefits as well from having the project in South Africa.
Now, we're looking at a model of that on screen there now, and it looks like it's somewhere that you would visit, that you could live in. I'm not sure what I'm seeing there. Are we seeing hotels? Are we seeing tourism? All of that attached to this?
Well, yes. I don't want to make this project about tourism because it's essentially a project to save the planet.
That's the basis, yes.
And the
yes.
animals. But there is a huge plus side to it in the way that we are able to have people visit and experience South Africa. And all of our exciting technology, as well as learn more about the environment and the animals. So
you alluded to climate change earlier, and what would be some of the things you would be doing to sort of weather that, pardon the pun. But I mean, climate change, of course, is a massive concern at the moment. So are you prepared for anything? Are you going to be prepared for anything in this facility?
It's scary. It's actually one of the main reasons why this project has come about. It's because we're heading in the wrong direction around the world. The planet's heading in the wrong direction. The biggest cause of climate change, in my view, is division, because we are a world that is divided. And what we want to do with Noahs Ark is unify with a feel-good factor, a project that people can get behind, enjoy being part of, feel like they are making a difference, and uniting, and not having these differences that are making us fight all the time.
So I see here that this is due to happen in about 2 years' time. So where are you in the planning, building phase stage at the moment?
Well, it's a little bit, I think 2 years is a little bit too close. More like 5 years that we'll see the finished product. But certainly we'll be well on the way.
So you haven't started building yet?
No,
okay.
It's very much now at the planning stages, at the surveying stages. We've been working closely with the architects, who are incredible, award-winning architects. There's a lot of groundwork that has to be done for a project like this.
Okay, well, if you're looking for the human species, I'm putting my hand up here, okay? I'll bring about 3 others with me, if that's okay. All right, thanks very much, Richard Prinsloo Curson. I would love to keep track of this, and as you progress, please do keep us sort of in touch and informed. Well, still to come, we hear from Barcelona's new striker who couldn't believe the club was interested in him.